This video is going to be a possible brush declutter. I've been thinking about doing a brush declutter for a while now because I have a lot of brushes that I want to go through, get rid of ones that I've had since I was like 15, back when I first started using makeup, ones that I never used. And then there's also makeup brushes that I've had that I just don't like. A lot of these makeup brushes right here are my eye brushes. There might be one or two face brushes. Up here is where I have my kabuki brushes, and then over here I have face brushes. Starting off with the containers that I put my brushes in. This is a double acrylic container that I got from Walmart for $9.99 from London, Soho. This is a glass container that was actually a jewel scent candle. So let's go ahead and get started. I know for a fact I'm not getting rid of any of these brushes. These are my Morphe brushes that I picked up at IMATS New York. If you want to see what each of these brushes are, I will link my IMATS New York haul in the description box. These three brushes are my Tokidoki eyeshadow brushes. I love all of them and I'm a big fan of Tokidoki, so I will not be getting rid of these. Same goes for my Sephora Hello Kitty Trio eyeshadows. This came in a set. I actually got this on clearance for half off at the Sephora inside of JCPenney's about 2 years ago. They were $35, but I caught them on clearance for $17. These are two of the newer Up and Up packaging eyeshadow brushes. I'm not extremely impressed by this duo. I think it was $4.99, but I could be wrong. Unfortunately, they don't have names. This one is a little bit larger and a little bit more free with the bristles, whereas this one is a little bit more dense. It's more like a smudger brush. I never really used the smudger brush, so I will be putting this one in the giveaway pile, but I do like to use flat shader brushes, so I'm keeping this one. This is a travel size brush from 100% Pure. It is dirty, so please excuse that. At first I didn't know how I felt about it, and I found that I absolutely love to use this as a brow bone highlight brush, so I will be keeping this one. This is another travel size brush from Bare Minerals. It actually came with a $15 kit from Ulta. It came with like a compact powder of their mineral veil. It does shed when I clean it, but I really like how small and compact it is, and it picks up a lot of powder, so I will be keeping this one. The brush that I'm getting rid of is from Victoria's Secret. I've noticed that a lot of the Victoria's Secret brushes, especially the ones that come with their Victoria's Secret fashion show makeup bags, they're not that great quality. This is supposed to be like a gel liner brush, but it's very frayed and it's not very skinny. It doesn't give me the type of application I want, so I will be giving this one away. These are three War Paint Beauty brushes that I got in a trio from Hot Topic a long time ago. Actually really nice quality and they were pretty affordable, but unfortunately I don't think Hot Topic carries this anymore. These brushes are really nice quality though, and I never noticed any shedding, or I never noticed the colors bleeding on the ends, so I will be keeping these. All 5 of these brushes came with a 5-piece Hello Kitty Sephora travel size brush kit. It's a nice little set for a beginner who wants travel size brushes on the go. There are a few of these that I don't really care for, so I will be getting rid of the bigger one. It's supposed to be like the powder brush, yeah, just the face brush. It's pretty flat and it doesn't really do much for me. I do use it to set my under eye concealer, but it doesn't even do that great of a job. I could hold on to it for highlighting purposes, but even the ferrule is coming apart, so there's really no need for that. It's just a flimsy eyeshadow brush to pack eyeshadow on the lid. Again, because of the size, I don't really gravitate towards it. I already own a lot of full-size eyeshadow brushes. There's really no point of me holding on to this. This is an angled liner brush that I use quite frequently. Even though I use it a lot, I think I'm going to toss it. As you can see, the white bristles are turning blue because I use it a lot with my blue pigments. I already do have quite a few angled liner brushes, so this one will be going away as well. The 2 out of the 5 brushes that I will be keeping is this lip brush right here, and this is a shader brush. This shader brush has the perfect compact bristles to pack glitter on the lid, and since I've really been getting into that, this is perfect. This weird silver tube has a lip brush in it, and the cool thing about this is you can put them together and now you have a full-size lip brush on the go. This is probably my favorite eyebrow brush that I own. It's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the number 7 brush, which is a duo angled liner and spoolie. It's just super convenient, and because it's really small, I can just take it with me on the go in my makeup bag. This is a full-size lip brush from the brand Colored Rain. Every time you buy one of their gloss pots, it comes with a full-size lip brush. It is really nice quality, and I don't have very many lip brushes, so I will be holding on to this. Both of these eye brushes are from Smashbox. The bottom one is a flat cream eyeliner brush. I love to use this to stamp black eyeshadow near my lash line. It gives the appearance of fuller lashes. Smashbox number 9 brush, so I will be keeping this. And then this is the number 12 angled liner brush. I love to use this to pack in my brows because the bristles are very stiff. All of these eye brushes are from Avon. A lot of the times you can catch really good discount deals in the Avon catalog, so keep your eyes out for them. I'm not saying that all Avon brushes are absolutely amazing, but the ones that I've tried really are. So I bought 2 of the blending crease brushes from Avon. I actually really recommend these. They're pretty cheap, but they're really nice quality, and I don't notice any shedding. This is an Avon brush in their old packaging. It's their rounded shadow crease brush, and as you can see, the handle is flared out, which their handles now are like skinny. But like I said, this is the rounded shadow crease brush, and because it hasn't failed me yet, I will be holding on to this. Last but not least, this is the Avon Cream Shadow Brush. Bought this to use with my Maybelline color tattoos, but I love to use this with glitter adhesive to pat glitter on the lid. Just the perfect kind of bristles to do that, so I highly recommend the cream eyeshadow brush if you want a brush like that. Another brush I'm keeping is a dual-ended one that I got from Tarte. It came with their Amazonian Clay waterproof gel liner. It comes with a gel liner end and then an end to smudge it out. However, a double-ended brush that I will not be holding on to is the Victoria's Secret one. This is like a blunt cut eyeshadow end. I really don't like it because of how blunt it's cut, and it really doesn't blend out well. This side is meant for gel liner, but because I have other gel liner brushes I prefer, I never use it, so I will be giving this one away. I won't be talking about this brush very long because it's a no-namer. It was given to me by one of my family members. It's like a flat shader brush, and I've accumulated a lot of eyeshadow brushes, so I will be passing this one along. This is a flat, stiff shader brush from the brand Tease Trendy Cosmetics. This is what Danielle gave me in our makeup swap. It's a really tightly packed, white bristled natural. I think it's natural bristles, but I could be wrong. Notice that it does shed a lot, but hopefully that'll stop after I wash it for the first time. This is a throwback brush for me because I got this when I was 15, back when all of my paychecks went to Hot Topic, and I actually bought the makeup that they sold there. One of the things that they sold makeup wise was a Hello Kitty eyeshadow quad. It came with like neon colors and they were chock full of sparkle, and I was like, wow, this is like the coolest thing, I'm gonna get it. It even comes with a brush, and I think it was only like $5 for the whole thing. And I really did use it, but I ended up breaking one of the eyeshadows on accident, and then the pink one I ended up losing. I do still have 2 of the 4 in my single eyeshadow collection. I have a blue one and a purple one. Unfortunately, I will be getting rid of this after so many years just because I never use it, but it was really cool to just mention that little story. Everybody knows what brush this is. This is the Real Techniques Fine Liner Brush. Absolutely amazing, and flexibility for applying gel liner. This is the Up and Up Concealer Brush in the old packaging. This was quite nice the first couple times that I used it, but the very first time that I washed it, the bristles started coming out of the ferrule and started doing this. Now that I have a few more concealer brushes, I will be getting rid of this. These are 2 Ulta brand eyeshadow brushes. They don't really have any names, but they're called eyeshadow brush number 1 and 2. Every time I wash these brushes, they shed, but when I use them to apply eyeshadow, they work really well. Don't know if I want to get rid of them or not. I think I am going to hold on to these, and eventually I know I will get rid of these, but only when I get more eye brushes that are better quality. This is the e.l.f. $3 contour brush. I love the e.l.f. brushes. Contour brush is really nice to like pack on a certain color in a certain spot on your eye, so I will be holding on to this one. And then the last few brushes I have right here, these 3 are from the brand HIP from L'Oreal, High Intensity Pigments. This came with a loose eyeshadow. Oh, actually, this one's a Laura Geller one. My bad. These 2 right here are from High Intensity Pigments. This came with a loose eyeshadow, and this one came with a gel eyeliner. I know that right off the bat, I am getting rid of this because it is way too stiff. Honestly, I remember when I first used this with the gel liner, I felt like I was tearing at my eyelids because of how harsh and stiff this brush is. So needless to say, I am getting rid of this little brush. This little guy, it's a lot softer, but then again, it's supposed to be an eyeshadow shader brush. I don't really gravitate towards using my travel size brushes, only because I don't travel very often. I think I will hold on to this one, but only because I know that I use flat shaders a lot. This Victoria's Secret brush is actually really nice. This is a very nice soft quality brush, does not shed like the other one. And I noticed that it blends my eyeshadows really well, so I will be holding on to this. This is a mini Laura Geller brush. Came with one of her Baked Eye Rims Wet and Dry eyeshadows. So what I do is I wet the brush and it intensifies the eyeshadow. It makes it a little bit more vibrant. I do like this brush. I think it's good quality, and I love specifically using this brush to apply wet eyeshadow, so I will be keeping this. This is the brush that came out when Kat Von D released her Shade Light Contour palette. I absolutely love this brush. I haven't really used the lighting side, but I love the contouring side. $36 for a brush is a lot of money, but it's completely worth it. I love this face brush. I highly recommend it. And can we please take a moment to admire the coffin-shaped case that it comes in? It's absolutely gorgeous. There are 2 Eco Tools knockoff brushes. And I know what you're thinking, that they would probably be bad quality. Of all places, I actually got these from Icing. And if you don't know what the store Icing is, I think of it as the bigger sister to Claire's. This one I absolutely love to use with my face powder. This is the Icing powder slash bronzer brush. Like the perfect, huge, fluffy size to use for bronzing your entire face. And then the brush that I got for half off is the Icing buffer slash powder brush. The bristles in this, as you can see, are a little bit more tightly packed. It says that it can be used for powder as well, but I think this would be perfect for liquid foundations, like buffing and circular motions on your face. But I haven't really used this one yet, so I can't say much about this, but if it's anything like the quality of this brush, I totally would go back to get more. This is the EcoTools large powder brush, I think. I've had this brush for such a long time that the words have rubbed off on the handle. I don't use this to apply powder, but I love to use this for my blush. The shape of it is just perfect for me to add it onto the apples of my cheeks and sweep upward. Another Tokidoki brush. This is the Siberia angled blush brush. I actually love to use this to apply my glitter highlight. I have a Sephora glitter powder that you can apply all over your face as long as you use a light hand with it. Kind of just deemed this the brush to apply that with it, but even if I didn't have a specific use for it, I'd be keeping it anyway because I have like a special attachment to my Tokidoki brushes. Unfortunately, this is another Victoria's Secret brush that I would be getting rid of. This is like a smaller type of face brush. Bristles are just too harsh and hard. It feels like those like play $1, $2 makeup brushes that your parents would give you when you were really young. This is my IT Cosmetics flat top kabuki brush. I use this to buff in my foundation every now and then. I noticed that it does leave small brush strokes when I use this, so sometimes I have to go in with my beauty blender afterwards to smooth everything out, but it's still a nice brush nonetheless. From the Real Techniques Bold Metals collection that I mentioned in a haul a few videos back, I think this was like their number 300 blush brush, but compared to the size of the blush brush that I already use, I think this is more appropriate for a highlight on the top of the cheeks. I can't get over how pretty this brush is. I love the handle and just the sleekness of it all. They are rather expensive compared to the regular Real Techniques line though. Speaking of expensive brushes, this is one of the IT brushes for Ulta from IT Cosmetics. It comes in a velvet pouch. That is how fancy it is. This is number 311, or the Flawless Face Brush. It's an angled top kabuki liquid foundation brush from the Velvet Luxe line. The handle is kind of like that soft grip NARS packaging feeling. Don't even get me started on how soft this feels. It is a splurge, of course, but it's a splurge that's worth it, I feel. Don't think I could possibly part with my Real Techniques setting brush. This is probably my favorite brush to use to set my under eye concealer. These are my other 3 e.l.f. brushes, my small stipple brush that I got off of Emily Noel 83's recommendation. This is absolutely amazing for cream face products, so I will be keeping this. This is my Flawless Concealer brush. This is rather new to me. I just took it out of the package probably a few days ago and I haven't used it yet, so I will be keeping this. When I don't use my EcoTools blush brush, I use the angled blush brush from e.l.f. The last 2 brushes that I have from my face pile, I honestly don't remember the exact name of this one. This is like a Tarte Bamboo Concealer brush. Not my favorite, but it is really nice to get in like the nooks and crannies of your face. We'll be keeping that. And then this is another Avon brush. This is like a loose powder brush. My mom gave this to me because it came with one of her Avon orders. Not my favorite that I own, but I will say that I've been using it to sheer out my blush and bronzer when I wear them, so I will be holding on to this. Now for all of my kabuki brushes. I don't have very many, but then again, I don't use them every single day. These 4 all came in the same collection. This was from a limited edition EcoTools collection. They all have aluminum handles and they all have specific uses. So this one is like a flat top kabuki for buffing in bronzer or something. This one is for concealer underneath the eyes. This one is that perfect rounded shape for applying your contour color in the hollows of your cheeks. And then this one is a standard angled kabuki for just applying bronzer or blush or something. Danielle also sent this to me in our makeup swap and I have been loving these, so I definitely will be holding on to them. And then the only 2 kabukis that I have left are one from Mally and one from Warpaint Beauty. Absolutely love bringing this with me in my to-go makeup bag. I think it's perfect for touch-up, like if you're sweating or if you have oil seeping through your makeup throughout the day. It's perfect for your compact powder. I don't think I could part with it, so I will be holding on to it. As for this kabuki brush, it's really nice quality and it's super soft. I also love the fact that it's got like the dip-dyed bristles, but I think I'll be getting rid of this because I never seem to use it. I already have so many powder brushes and I just never gravitate towards my kabuki brushes. So I think I'll be putting this in the giveaway pile. As much as it saddens my heart because of how pretty it is, I think I'll be giving this one away because I don't use it. So these are all of the brushes that I am giving away, and those are all of the brushes that I am keeping. I'm going to count up all the brushes that I am getting rid of and count my new total of makeup brushes. I counted all of the brushes that I'm keeping, and then I counted all of the ones I'm getting rid of. The brushes that I started with in total in the beginning was 77. I counted all the ones that I'm getting rid of. I am getting rid of 12. Since I got rid of 12, that means I am keeping 65 brushes. I really do like all of the brushes that I'm keeping, and I use my brushes on the regular, so that number really doesn't bother me. Maybe this inspires you to go through your brush collection and see how many you've got. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you'll stick around for more videos to come.